best tires for the Toyota Tacoma. I've had a few, and these are the ones I like the most. Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive. And that's right, these are the best tires, in my opinion, for the Toyota Tacoma, and they're not even the ones that are on the truck right now. You know, I'm surrounded by tires. I've got 12 sets, or 12 individual tires, I guess. Would be 4 sets if you include the Tundra. That makes it 16. We're not going to talk about what's on the Tundra because those are stock tires. And of course, you're going to get a great ride out of stock tires, but who wants stock tires? So let's start in the beginning. The first Tacoma that I had, my 2018, or the first one that I had that I actually changed tires on, was my 2018. Now, this might not be exactly fair because on that truck, I had 20-inch wheels and of course 20-inch tires. They were Nitto Ridge Grapplers. And because of the size of the wheel, I had a thinner wheel wall, if you will, or tread wall, I guess. That made them ride horribly. But even beyond that, I found that they were slick. In other words, when I was at a stop, let's say, turning right, I'd get on the gas. And you know, stock, the Tacoma's not exactly a power wagon. It's not exactly fast, but when I would hit the gas and make the turn, I would break traction. I would spin a little bit. In the rain, it was even worse. When it was wet outside, those things would spin just looking at them. So I wasn't real hip on those. You know, they're a great tire, I think, for off-road use. You know, if you're really looking to dig and bite and grind, they're perfect for that. And that's because they have a nice, firm composite material that they're made of. I mean, they really grab well, but they're too firm, I think. They're too hard for the regular road, for asphalt. So I had replaced those. I went with actually what's on the truck right now. And those are a Goodyear Duratrack Wrangler, or a Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack. You can see right here, and they're a good tire. You know, I think these are probably my second choice. I like the way that they look. They've got a nice aggressive tread to them. You can see how deep and wide the tread is. I think this is a good alternative if you're looking for something on the road that's going to be pretty darn comfortable, but you really want that off-road capability. Because these tires, I think, would satisfy the bill when it comes to that. Now, as most of us, you know, what, 96% I think it is, don't actually ever go off-road. You know, I think you need to look for something maybe a little bit better. And I actually found it, and this brand or this tire is what I will be putting on the Tacoma when it's time to change out again. To be honest, I've almost pulled the trigger and done it anyway, sold these tires, but I've decided that, you know, I need to run them longer, not lose that money in trading them out. So I am going to run them until it's time to switch. But what I'm talking about, of course, are the Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws. That's what these are. That's what are on my wife's Jeep Wrangler and also on my Jeep Gladiator. You can get a brighter shot of them out here. Not quite as aggressive in the tread. You can see here it's not as deep, so it's not going to slap the pavement as much as those are, for example. So you're going to get a little bit quieter ride out of these. They're also not as wide in the tread, so they are obviously a little bit less aggressive than what I'm getting out of the Goodyear Duratracks. Now, from a side profile, I think they actually look pretty good. They don't have the same kind of lugs on the sides. You can see they're a little bit smoother here than what we have on the Wrangler Duratracks. Again, a meatier, more off-road capable tire, in my opinion. So, why would you go with the Falcon Wild Peaks? I mean, what's the benefit? They're more comfortable, to be honest. They ride better on the road. They're even that much smoother than what the Duratracs are. They do provide for a little bit less road noise. I know there's a lot of people out there who really don't like road noise. You know, to be honest, for me, it's not that big a deal. It doesn't bother me. I'm not looking for a luxury car kind of sound inside. Not that there's anything wrong with it. If you like it quiet, hey, that's up to you. So you're gonna get a little bit quieter tire out of the Falken Wild Peaks, and you're gonna get more traction on the road. That's one of the big things that I've noticed. I mentioned earlier about the Nitto Ridge Grapplers and how they seem to break loose on pavement, particularly wet pavement. I haven't noticed that at all with the Falken Wild Peaks. And I've been in some pretty severe weather with them. You know, water that is up above the tires, for example. Now that's extreme. You shouldn't be going very fast anyway, but hey, what can I say? And I never had them break loose, ever, even in that kind of weather. So they've done pretty good for me. No hydroplaning, no spinning at stop signs. You know, I remember a while back, I had it was a Ram Rebel. And they had Toyo tires, I believe, on them. Hated those, by the way. But I had a long paved driveway. And of course, I was always in a hurry to get home after work, right? I'm coming home, I'm gonna take that left onto my long paved driveway. And then I would hit the gas because it was a long driveway. So I'd turn, I'd hit the gas, and as I'm coming out of the turn on the driveway, I would start to slide because the tires just would not grab. I had that experience many times with those Toyo tires. Maybe it was just me, maybe it was the awesome power of the Ram Rebel, I don't know. But that probably was my first experience and last experience with the Toyos. I really didn't like them, and they don't hold a candle, in my opinion, to the Falken Wild Peaks. The other thing is pricing. You know, when you get into aftermarket tires, you can run the gamut. You know, Nittos are not cheap. BF Goodrich KO2s, another big name out there. They're not cheap either. I gotta say, with the BF Goodrich, I've not had those to begin with, and I've kind of stayed away from them because, I hate to say it, it's an aesthetic reason. I just don't like the looks of them. I'm sure they're capable off-road. I think they're probably in the same class as the Nitto Ridge Grapplers. I would be curious, if you have those, how do you find the traction on wet pavement or dry pavement? Do they grab pretty well, or do they slide around and break traction like the Nitto Ridge Grapplers do? Leave a comment, I'd be curious to know. So anyway, in my experience, I don't have the best ones on the Tacoma now. Second best in my opinion. The best are the Falken Wild Peak AT3Ws. Leave a comment, let me know. Do you agree or not? Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Robmotive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. And Robmotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.